What's going on? Bulldozer Man here with another Ghosts of Tsushima video. We completed the Blood of the Io raid. It took us about 5 hours and 46 minutes, I want to say. It was a very long run, lots of learning involved, many trials, a lot of laughs. I'm sure some of us were about ready to quit, but it was kind of like an all-day affair for us. So it was we were gonna beat it. We did end up, taking multiple breaks, so that accounted for some of the time. But all around, I love this raid. It was painful. You needed coordination. You needed teamwork. We had a guy with us who had a 105 key, 109 key, and then I think Architect and myself, we both had 110. So we managed to do it without a perfect squad. 1 Ronin, 3 Samurai. We had a strategy of 2-2 and the crystal run, and it didn't end up working out so well. So because we had a 105 key with us, I think that contributed to needing to spend more time defending. I ended up just becoming the 3rd member who was on the defense points, making sure that the enemies didn't get close to the altars to sacrifice themselves for the tower. And the 3-1 strategy seemed to be the safe bet. So I would say if you're under leveled, I would go for a 3-1. Have your strongest player, or your most efficient runner, I guess you could say, go to do the run and then have 3 people defend. The 3 people defending, as long as you get the timing right, is easy. With 2 people, I could see it also being easy. There is a slight delay in which side enemies spawn in, and as long as you're using the hooks, the grappling hooks to swing, you can traverse the map fast enough to be able to get to the enemies before they sacrifice themselves to the altars. So that is a recommended thing. Make good use of those. I know that I just totally miss out opportunities in this cut. This is the final run we did where we had a successful ending, and it was cool, man. The epic win at the end when you put that last crystal. You'll see me do the crystal run where I go run up and I get the last crystal, and that final run was like probably the most stressful 3 minutes of the entire raid, because you have to sacrifice a couple people defending in order to hold the pillar and hold the platforms on. So you literally have one guy defending both altars, and they just starts sacrificing so fast. You're like, oh man, I don't even know what's going to happen right now. So make good use of your smoke bombs. Make good use of your CC. An assassin in this with the dart gun hallucination probably will end up being some sort of meta, especially for going invisible and doing the crystal run. I could see an assassin being really useful for that. I've heard a couple people talk about it already, and assassin seems to be the most efficient thing to do. But yeah, we tanked it with the samurais and the Ronin. So this was our first time doing a raid together. We did Curse of Io, and then we went directly into Blood of Io. So that was pretty cool. Doing 2 raids back to back. Some of the guys here were kind enough to backtrack and do the first raid with me before this, so we got familiar with some of the mechanics, because the mechanics of the first raid go into the second raid. So there's things that you learn kinda, and then I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with the 3rd one. It's out. Some people have probably already beat it. There's probably already guides on it, but you know what? This is my video about my journey and the cool group of guys I got to do this raid with. By the end of it, it was like feels good moment, and yeah, I'm so happy that I switched over to Ghosts of Tsushima. I've been playing Warframe for a long time, and I used to like the raids, so having Ghosts with this excellent DLC with the Legends mode and with the raids, it's kind of filled the void for me, because I do miss raids, and Destiny got old for me. Fun game, love it, but Ghosts right now is just, I'm having so much fun with this. It is awesome to get a group of people and Nightmare Survival and do the raids. So yeah, I would say that CC is probably the king of this part. Just keeping enemies off zone long enough for your crystal runner to do what they need to do. And I mean, if you have deeps, if you have the damage per second, if you're able to just wipe everything out efficiently, then that's probably the best CC if everything's dead, right? But for those people who can't just like storm through and kill everything, I would say CC is going to be useful. So for sure, dirt throw with cooldown, for sure, smoke bomb with cooldown, and then assassin with smoke screen. I'm debating on if stagger or if the refresh is better, but probably stagger if you have the perk for that extra bonus damage. Yeah, it's I don't. Ronin's a fun class for me, but I'm like a hunter main, so I figured that it would be more useful for the party for me to go as a healer. So I was, I am by no means the best Ronin. My setup was pretty silly. I actually had a bow with me, so I should have maybe had bomb pack to help stun enemies and keep them at bay. I would say bomb pack is going to be really useful for this, just to help stall a group of enemies. And maybe let your teammate catch up to you and help you get the kills. That'd be cool. I can see that for sure. And then Forbidden Medicine with the heals on detonation. That could be useful, but you know what? I think the bow was necessary, because when the eyes of Io, that's what I call them, those little floaty red things, if they get a hold of you, you get roots, and throwing a bomb pack at someone across the map, you might not reach them in certain jump phases. So the bow was just for like a convenient, safe run through. And then the headshots do help, and you can use fire arrows to stagger, so that is good too. Yeah. If you timed it right and you knew your jump patterns and you knew who was going to go where and do what, I would say Ronin could then get away with carrying the bomb pack. But the bow is just for ease of use. And yeah, you do have the spirit bow in this part, so you might not need a bow and arrow. But earlier on, you don't have the spirit bow, so there's that. I also like how you get familiar with using the spirit bow in the storyline quest for multiplayer in Legends mode, and then you actually get to use the atoned swords, the sun, the moon, the storm swords, and the bow. Like, everything you're doing in the story mode teaches you aspects that are going to be used in the raid, and I really like how it was done creatively like that, where it all matters. So you get used to these things because you will need them to complete the raid. I love that part. It makes good use of all the things in the game. So again, ton of fun. I really love this raid. And yeah, I guess I'll just let you guys enjoy the rest of this playthrough. I'm gonna go do some laundry or probably cook some breakfast. We'll see. Happy Sunday, by the way. Today is November 1st, so happy November. I'll talk to you guys later.
There's that new girl in our math class.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about her you like.